Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here with me, and I'm going to do a reading for you. So, this reading is going to be a love reading, okay, for relationships, soulmates, twin flames, okay, whatever it is, whatever name you have for it, okay, it's a love reading, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. So before we begin, please keep in mind this is a general reading, okay? I have a tendency to get very detailed. Use those details to figure out if the reading is for you or if it isn't, okay? But information for personal and private readings are down below each video in the description box below, along with my email in order to book a reading, okay? So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so I've just been feeling so tired, and I don't know, I just feel this energy in the air. Let me know if anybody else feels this. Like, I just feel like the veil right now is so very thin. I've never ever felt it this thin before, even around this time of year. Like, even for this time of year, it's just so extremely thin, and I just feel something in the air, and it feels like there's about to be some sort of clash, or I feel this thinning is due to that, because I feel the energy in the air, and I feel like there's about to be some sort of major clash energetically, some sort of, I don't know, some very heavy energy. So I'm wondering if anybody else feels that too. I feel like, I don't know, it could be some sort of event, you know, or even catastrophic event, and I'm not sure what it is, you know, but I do feel that. And, you know, I was just kind of pondering on this because it's just a feeling in the air. It's draining, and Spirit showed me a moon that is almost full, and the next full moon is on October 20th. Okay, so Spirit showed me that it's almost full, you know, almost. There's like that little sliver of almost full. And I found it interesting that the next moon is called the Hunter Moon. Okay, so I'm unsure what this means, but I'm wondering if anybody else is feeling this as well. Okay, and then I have a message, you know, for right before the next full moon. Okay, I feel like, I don't know, there's just something that's going to take place, and I'm not sure what it is, but it feels very intense, okay? So, yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering if anybody else felt that. So let's go ahead and anyways start on the reading. I'm going to go ahead and pause and grab a drink and grab a deck, and then we'll begin. Okay. So yeah, anyways, I just feel like a particularly sinister vibe, you guys. Like, that's what I'm saying. So just, you know, I don't know, be careful, be aware out there. That's all I know. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it just feels very heavy. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. All right, I'm going to start off this time by pulling the mutual energy, okay, between the feminine and masculine in this reading. And please keep in mind, it's a general reading, okay? Energies can be reversed because it is a general reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at that mutual energy here. Okay, we got divine timing in reverse. Okay. Patience is needed. Surrender to the unknown. All right, and it did come out in reverse. So I do feel like somebody here is refusing to surrender to divine timing. Okay, I feel like there's meant to be a union between this masculine and feminine, and it's been talked about, it's been spoken, and I feel like it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time waiting, but now that it's time, somebody has been refusing it. Okay, refusing that divine timing, refusing to surrender to that divine timing. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So there's a refusal. And I will say, I think this is a collective energy overall, because I have been seeing this come out quite a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and get another card here. Okay, so this is a soulmate connection. It is like a twin flame connection. It is divinely guided, and there is divine timing involved here. But this masculine or the feminine, either one, it actually could be the feminine in this reading from what I'm seeing. But again, just take it how it resonates, is refusing. Is saying, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to surrender. I'm not ready to walk into the unknown. Okay? That's how they're feeling. All right, let's go ahead and get another card here. This one wanted to just stay in my hand. Okay, and I'm noticing the hands. Okay, look at that. Like they're holding hands. So I feel like that's something maybe you guys do, or that feels very intimate for you. I feel like you hold hands a lot, or maybe that's because I'm seeing the holding hands here. Okay, so you like to hold hands. Or I feel like the masculine really likes your hands, or he likes to hold your hands. You might say like you have beautiful hands. Okay, really. And I'm seeing the hands here too. Yeah, there's something definitely about your hands, feminine. I'm also seeing red nail polish. So I think that you love red nail polish, or maybe you wear red nail polish a lot. That's like one of your signatures. It's like your signature nail polish, right? We have wear and tear. Okay, this love is starting to wear on me. Something has to change, but it came in reverse. Okay, so right now I'm seeing this masculine and feminine are only friends. Okay, this is a friendship, but you guys are soulmates, and I think that you both know that you're soulmates. Okay, this could be a friends with benefit situation, or just a friendship. All right, I think that this has moved past friendship. It's moved beyond friendship. It's moved way past that. So I feel like there's intimacy here. There is love here. There is connection here. And there is kind of like this unspoken commitment and devotion between you. Okay. But, yeah, so you've already moved past that friendship stage. Right? That's what I'm seeing here. But somebody is refusing to really take that leap, okay? To actually surrender to their heart, to their emotions. So why are they not surrendering? Let's take a look. Okay, comfort. Step out of your comfort zone. So there's something about this that makes them feel very uncomfortable. I feel like this is someone who might be very like stubborn, stuck in their ways, and this is something new for them. So I feel like this person is very weary about trying new things. Okay, so that's like a trait of this person. They're weary about what they don't know. They're weary about trying new things, and that's not always a bad thing, but I think that they have a problem with giving things a chance, stepping outside of their comfort zone, right? And that's what I'm seeing here. So let's get another card for step out of your comfort zone. All right, let's clarify this energy. Okay, we got understanding. So understanding of what? And divine timing. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So it's like they don't understand divine timing. So that's one thing that I'm seeing here. Okay. It's like an unknown rush coming over them, right? That feeling saying it's time, stand up, it's time to go, right? That feeling rushing over them. They don't understand it. It feels energetic. It feels electric. It's their soul pushing them to move, their spirit pushing them to go. Everything within them saying it's time to go. It's time to move. And it feels very unknown. It's something they've never experienced before. They don't understand this feeling within them. They don't understand divine timing, and they're having a problem stepping outside of their comfort zone. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. All right, so the intensity of the situation is really kind of freaking them out. Okay, so let's get another card. And look, we got fear at the bottom of the deck. So there's fear involved here as well. Okay, there's fear involved to where taking this fear into account, it's another thing that is making them not want to step out of that comfort zone, not want to experience anything new. And this could even be people around them, you know, telling them things to ignite that fear, right? Like saying things like, oh no, once you move in with someone, it's all downhill from there. Oh no, well, oh no, once you commit to someone, they're going to go cheat on you. Things like that. Okay. So there could be people around this person who is really bringing that fear out in them. Okay. So let's go ahead and get another card here. I'm actually going to see who I'm reading for. Let's take a look at the feminine in this reading. And the masculine in this reading. Okay. So I have Cancerian energy here for the masculine, and for the feminine, I have Virgo energy, actually. Okay, so we have Six of Pentacles. All right, so feminine, you're someone who really gives a lot of yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. You are someone who gives a lot of yourself. You are someone who's very generous. You're very charitable. You're someone who takes a lot of joy, and like gift giving is another thing that I'm seeing here. But for the longest time, you felt like you make all these people smile. You're always taking their wants, their needs, what would make them happy into account, trying to make other people smile, giving gifts of love or time or actual physical gifts, right? Just trying to make others happy because that brings you joy. But at the end of the day, sometimes you're left feeling depleted. At the end of the day, sometimes you're left having to make yourself smile, right? Time after time again. That's what I'm seeing here. So that's an energy that's coming out for you. Let's go ahead and take another card. We got balancing the scales and vibration. So I think that vibrationally, a lot of your relationships have really been unbalanced in your life. And I think you have a hard time understanding why that is. And I think that it's like you give extra of yourself, right? Because your relationships have been so unbalanced vibrationally, so unmatched vibrationally, you giving so much of yourself. And while it makes you happy to give and to make others happy, at the same time, nobody is giving to you the way that you're giving to them. And I think that that's been an issue in the past, and I think that you try harder. You give more. You feel like if I can only just do something to make them so happy that they would always remember that moment. They would always remember that smile. Maybe, just maybe, someone will care about me enough to return the favor. Maybe someone else will actually do something for me just to make me happy. Maybe I can be on someone's mind enough to where maybe they would want to surprise me. Maybe they would want to give me a gift of love or time, or even a physical gift, right? With the Six of Pentacles. And so you've tried harder. You've given more of yourself only to realize that more of yourself that you've been giving was just drained, depleted. You never got that back. No one ever gave you the effort that you've given them in your life. And this has been a theme. Right? And there's a hard time understanding that. There's a hard time stepping out of your comfort zone fully taking that leap of faith, because you're afraid that the part of you that you've been holding on to, reserving only for yourself to make yourself smile, will be gone, will be given over. So what you want is balance. What you want is justice, that you've given so much of yourself and to receive nothing but exhaustion and depletion in return. Okay, vibrationally, you might be feeling a little vibrationally low. You've been giving so much of yourself to others. Okay, so you're like, when will it actually be returned? When will what I put out in the world be returned to me? Because you feel like you haven't seen that in your life. So what I'm seeing here is you're grasping for that understanding. I think that you've even tried to do meditations, vibration work, trying to raise your vibration, trying to bring things to you. It never worked, because you still ended up giving more of yourself than that energy you were reserving or trying to raise. There wasn't enough left to raise in you for what you've given to so many others. And while you have a very kind and generous and beautiful, loving heart, there's people that will take advantage of that. There's people that take granted of that, and they have. Time and time again in your life. The 6 is about balance as well. I think that you also might have grown up in an environment, and this is coming to me as well from Spirit, to where you gave a lot of your time, energy, and maybe even worked from an early age, have given, money away that you earned at a very early age for someone else. So there is a very, very selfless part of you. And I think that you've lived most of your life being very selfless, but Spirit is saying now is the time to be selfish, right? Now it's time to think about yourself, because no one else surely has done that. All right. And I know it's uncomfortable for you because it's unknown. But Spirit's saying it's time to step out of that comfort zone. It's time to think about yourself, your happiness, and your future. All right. For the masculine energy, we got the 4 cups. All right. So this is someone who is very sensitive, but they have a tendency to hide that. Okay. They really don't want people to see that part of them. All right. It says here, everything else from the deep bottom of the sea to the top of the highest mountain on the farthest planet is insignificant to me other than our love. And again, the masculine and feminine energies can be reversed. Keep that in mind. Okay, if you feel like you're the masculine and, the person I'm reading saying the masculine is actually the feminine, you can reverse those because it is a general reading. It's not personal. Okay. So I just wanted to point that out. So with the 4 cups, yeah, they are deeply sensitive. Their home and family actually means a lot to them. Okay, commitment actually means a lot to them. And I think that this person is very happy and content in their relationship with you. And I think that they see nothing else as important as this relationship. Okay, this is something where They can ignore, you know, everything else but this relationship, this divine timing, right? And at times they do feel ignored by this feminine. So while you're giving so much of yourself, this masculine feels like they are kind of being like ignored or put on the back burner. And while the only thing they want is to give their full attention to you. All right, so again, you can reverse these. So let's get another card here for the masculine's energy. Okay, that's too many. Let's do that again. Okay, we got forgiveness. All right, so at this masculine, they're also very, very forgiving. Now, they might, like, I feel like they have a tendency to kind of go in their shell when they feel hurt or when they feel emotionally triggered or something like that, because they are very sensitive, but they have more so a tendency to shut down, right? Than they do to ever stay mad at you. So what I'm seeing here, this masculine cannot stay mad at their feminine no matter what, even if they are feeling like ignored or put on the back burner. Okay, so they're saying, I forgive you, right, feminine? And also this masculine also wants to apologize. Okay, so they want to apologize for something to this feminine. All right, there's something they've been ignoring or that they didn't realize or didn't see. So what is it that they want to apologize for? Let's take a look. Okay, we got lesson. There's a hidden lesson in all of this. Okay, we got afraid to love again in reverse. So they're saying, you know, the feminine is afraid to love me. That's what they believe. They believe, feminine, that you are afraid to love them fully. Okay, that's how they feel. So let's take a look further at this lesson. Okay, we got addiction is affecting this relationship. And we got retreat. And abundance. Okay, we got strictly sexual. All right, so again, this feminine has retreated. They have shut down. I'm also seeing another instance where the masculine has retreated, has ignored this feminine, and it's like they're sorry. In the masculine instance, there's an addiction involved, and it could be a sexual addiction. Okay, this is a strictly sexual addiction for this masculine. All right, so this is a completely different scenario, and that's a message for someone. For the feminine here, this is an addiction to retreating from actually your own strength, to step out of your comfort zone, to feel and know how strong you really are. Because when we're not challenging ourselves, when we're just keeping ourselves comfortable, there's a part of our spirit that goes to sleep, right? That kind of just dies, really. So this is about stepping into the unknown in order to have understanding. So whether that be learning, whether that be seeking information that is completely out of your comfort zone, that you're uncomfortable with, right? Whether that be taking a step forward with something that, like this relationship, that you feel uncomfortable with because you've never done before, right? But actually giving it a chance, because there is abundance to be found there, okay? An abundance of happiness, and there's actually comfort for you, a different kind of comfort at the end of the road, okay? It's a comfort It's a strength that is comforting. It's a comforting strength, and it's going to come from your relationship. It's going to come from within you. So you've been afraid to fully love, feminine, because you've been hurt so many times before. And this is actually stemming from a place of you giving too much of yourself, okay? So being aware of that, you can be conscious of that, help to heal that, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the reading here. I'm going to take a look at the thoughts the feminine has towards this masculine here. We got Six of Swords in reverse, ready to move. Okay, better times ahead. Feminine, you are so afraid to move forward. Okay, you are so afraid to leave the life that you have now behind you. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, and it's like you're afraid to let go of that last part of yourself that you've been kind of reserving, that little part of yourself. And Spirit's saying you don't have to let go of that. Okay, that part of you has always been there, and it will always be there. Okay, it will always be a part of you, and you have nothing to fear here. Okay. We have victims. So feminine, you've really been holding yourself back. You've been telling yourself you can't. You've been telling yourself that no matter what, you're not going to be able to move forward, that this is going to bind you, that this is going to take away that last part of you, that your hands are tied. I feel like a lot of times when you go to move forward with this person and take that step, it's like you feel frozen, like you actually can't move forward. Let's see where this is stemming from. Okay, it's an addiction to this. I really do feel like, feminine, you might have a tendency to use this as kind of a crutch, this thought pattern. We could see the addiction lies in the thought pattern that has really been holding you back in your life. And I think that you've given up so many opportunities just because you were afraid to take a chance and afraid to take that step into the unknown. You were afraid to embrace something you didn't fully understand. And I think that it's really held you back in your life. So this is about learning and growing. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. So Spirit wants you to work on that. You know, and realize that this is psychological for you. All right, it's become a psychological crutch. Okay, so let's take a look at the emotions that you feel towards the masculine. I'm getting air energy here, by the way. I got Libra energy here, a lot of Libra energy. We have undecided. Okay, so feminine, you tell yourself in your heart that you don't know what you want, that you're undecided. You pull away. Okay, you're afraid to move forward. You feel like there's a lot of things around you and people that you don't want to leave behind as well. It's like there's something in you that says you're going to have to leave a lot behind. Okay, there's something in your heart that's saying that. But it doesn't, somehow it doesn't feel healthy, right? It feels like a kind of a codependent thought or behavior that I think you're meant to actually retreat from. So it's almost like, let's get another card here. All right, so you're undecided on any compromise. Okay, you feel like there's too many variables to be able to compromise. And I think you've told yourself in the past that nobody is willing to compromise with you, and this may be subconscious, something that you don't realize, that it's not conscious, that because of the dynamics of the relationships, you giving so much of yourself and putting so much thought into your relationships, that you have really stepped into this energy of believing that really nobody is really willing to compromise with you, right? Like, compromise always entails you giving too much of yourself over. So I think you've really given up hope in the thought of compromise, right? And it's just become this undecided, this feeling of indecision. So I hope this reading is making sense. Let's go ahead and get another card. All right, so you do love this person. There is true love there, okay? But again, you're holding yourself back. And again, this is psychological, this fear to take that step forward, okay? But there is love here. It is true love. It is a soulmate connection. And I think you know that and you feel that. And there's a part of you, feminine, that knows this masculine will always be there for you no matter what. And I think that you feel like you can kind of take your time a little more. All right. So you might, yeah, it's like your heart just feels undecided, even though it is decided, if that makes any sense, because psychologically you're really holding yourself back. You've really developed a fear of love, to be honest, and I think that it's unconscious. You haven't realized you've done it. Let's take a look at the intentions. What do you really want, feminine? Okay, we got ripped apart. So, wow, we got vulnerable in love. Love exposed the truth. So this is really about what your soul wants. Your soul and your spirit wants to be vulnerable in love. Okay, you want to share that vulnerability with someone else. Okay, but truly in your heart, you have not been compromising. You may believe that you've been compromising, but truly in your heart, you have not. Okay, because psychologically, I think that the thoughts that you have there have really been holding you back from a true compromise in your heart, even if it really is just unconscious. Again, it's become a certain kind of crutch because the times you've been vulnerable in the past, you felt ripped apart. You've literally felt like your heart has been ripped apart in the past when you've been vulnerable with others. Okay, so you have developed this kind of codependent thought pattern that really does kind of build a shell around you, okay? That really has built a very tough exterior. And the exterior feels like part of it is made of fear, a fear of love. So I think you also have a tendency to push others away who do truly, genuinely care about you. And that's what Spirit is telling me. You have a tendency to push those people away for some reason, okay? Because they invoke that vulnerability. So you're getting what you want. You wanted vulnerability and love. You wanted love to expose the truth and to compromise in that vulnerability for someone to be vulnerable with you. But the people who are willing to be vulnerable with you, you really have pushed away. This could be in friendships. This could be in relationships. This could be in family. Because there has been a fear of love developed because you have given yourself to the wrong people in the past. You have given yourself to people who would not compromise and be vulnerable with you in your relationship. And so what happened is this tough exterior and this fear of actual love, because you have to be vulnerable to love. And there's something inside of you that has told you that there is no compromise when it comes to love, that everyone is just in for their own gain, out for themselves. When really it's not true. This is a lack of understanding. Excuse me. A lack of understanding and fear. Okay. Let's go ahead, excuse me, and get another card here. So, feminine, I think that there's even a lack of understanding within yourself. Understanding why you feel this way. Understanding why you push certain people away. Understanding why you have these people in your life who do take advantage of you. Who do not have your best interest at heart. So, lack of understanding always leads to deception. And when there is a lack of understanding, there's always if there's a lack of understanding, deception has a very strong and easier influence on those who have a lack of understanding than it does for those who are understanding, which is why lack of understanding or ignorance is part of the darkness. Right? Like the darkness loves the darkness. They want to suck you into the darkness, and the darkness hates the light, because with light is illumination. With light, things are revealed. And so the darkness does not like the light. They do not want their deceptions to be revealed. So I think that, feminine, you've had a lot of dark people around you. Okay, I think that you've been deceived a lot in the past. And I think that this has never come to light. And I think that a part of that darkness has taken its grip on you. Okay, to the point to where you feel in your mind that you can never move on from it. That you can never be in love. That everyone is just this way. That this is the way the world works. And this is deception. It's deception of the darkness. Look, I picked up this deck. There was another deck under it. And look what I found. Twin Flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. So let's get another card here for your intentions here, what you really want. You want to be ripped apart from this deception, because I think, feminine, you're ready to experience life, and I think you're ready to experience love, and I think you're ready to experience truth. And the only thing that you have to do is take that step forward. Take that leap of faith. Okay, we got mindful. To start practicing inner peace. Inner peace within yourself. Okay? Start focusing on clearing these mindsets. Once you're conscious of a certain mindset, you can be conscious when you're thinking that way, because you know the mindset. Once you become aware of it, you become conscious of when you're doing it. And in that way, we can kind of train ourselves to get out of this energy, right? We can train our mind to go to higher heights, right? To get out of that deception energy. So let's get another card here. Spirit, please reveal to me, tell me more about the actions that this feminine actually, oh wow. Look, we got justice. I think somebody is a Libra here. Sun, moon, or rising. Okay, for sure. Feminine. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actions the feminine would like to take. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse, okay? So we have sudden change and a rush of love. But feminine, the actions that you're trying to take is to delay this. Is to delay the action. Delay the communication. Delay the change, okay? You're putting obstacles in the way. And you know, because you're afraid to take that leap. There's a part of you that's become afraid of love. I have Sagittarius energy here, okay? Sometimes you feel like, and I think this is especially true for you when, you know, new things are coming into your life or opportunities. I think that there's a tendency where you get this feeling where everything just starts spinning very, very fast and happening so quickly that even your mind or your spirit feels it cannot keep up, right? And spirits, and you put these obstacles in your way. Okay, this is all coming from mindset and fear, right? So being more conscious of that, to heal that, to get us out of that, to not let that bind us to anything, right? And especially not to bind us to deception. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actions that the feminine would like to take further. Okay, new direction, feminine. This is what is calling you. Do you see the sun? A brand new day, a brand new life, embracing the warmth, embracing the love, and the growth that this beautiful sun and new direction has to offer. That's what you have ahead of you. And she's walking. She's taking that leap of faith. She's walking into that sunlight. And there will be no obstacles. There's nothing in front of her. There's nothing to stop her. Because she has embraced true love. She has embraced this challenge to rise above, right? To rise above what's been holding us back. To rise above this hurt, this pain, and to gather your own energy back, to take it all back from anyone who's ever taken advantage of you, who has ever lied to you, who has ever caused chaos in your heart. It's time to take it back. It's time to walk in a new direction. It's time to take a chance. And that's why we have divine timing coming out all over this reading. So let's take a look further at this feminine's energy, the actions here. Spirit is saying it's time to search within. And we talked about that, being conscious of what is within, right? To find peace, wholeness, and love. And look, they're in the sun. They finally found their place in that sun, in that new beginning. And they have found peace. You can see they're sitting in the sun now. That's what you have in front of you, feminine. Okay? And I would not lie to you, right? If I saw something, you know, bad or, you know, not so good, trust me, I'd be saying it on here. I know that you've seen some of my videos. I am always honest. You know, I gotta read the cards how I read them. And I have never held anything back or really sugarcoated anything, right? So, feminine, what does spirit want to tell you about your energy here? Let's get you a message from spirit. Okay, feminine. So not only is divine timing involved, but you have divine guidance all around you. Okay, your spirit guides are with you, your angels are with you. And they're saying don't make any decisions based on guilt, based on, you know, things that you feel guilty for in the past, the ways that you feel guilt over giving people chances because it was unbalanced for you. You don't have to make decisions based on them. That's making decisions based on those people. It is not making decisions based on you. Don't make any decisions based on what you think you should do, because we can see here that this affliction is lying in the mental consciousness. Okay, it's only in being true to you, feminine, speaking your truth, speaking up for yourself, embracing the unknown, being able to understand you and no one else, getting rid of all of those things that people have placed inside of you, right? That's making decisions based on them, not you. So be true to yourself, and that's the only way that you can be true to others, is to be true to yourself. And so I think that for a very long time, you've been thinking that you've been true to others, but you actually haven't, because you haven't been being true to yourself. And we are all one huge consciousness, right? We are all one huge consciousness body. The only thing that separates us is these bodies. That's the only thing that separates us. When these bodies are gone, there will be no separation of our consciousness, right? So be true to your consciousness. Be true to your individual consciousness. That's what we are here to embrace in these bodies. One of the things, right? So that's what we have. And if it wasn't true that we weren't meant to do that, you know, then we wouldn't have been put in these bodies in the first place, right? We were meant to be in these bodies and walk our paths and do what's true and what's right for us, right? And never make decisions based on any guilt, because guilt can be easily deceived. And we saw that in this reading. So decisions can only be based on truth, nothing else. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the masculine's thoughts towards the feminine. We got the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so feminine, I feel like this masculine has expressed their heart to you, has expressed their soul to you, right? But this time they're holding back. Okay, this time they may not have been so nice, or they might be actually ignoring you now. Okay, because this masculine is a little bit upset about either you backing out of this relationship or you taking a step back. And they know that, they know what you've been through. They know that they really can't be upset with you, right? So they're just not expressing themselves. But truly, I think that their heart is a little hurt. It is a page, so I think they, it's just their sensitivity, right, has been very hurt. Let's get another card here for their thoughts towards you. They do feel you hold a lot back from them. They feel that you aren't expressing yourself to them fully, that instead you might be running or cutting off communication, okay? They might question if you have a third party involved, all right? Thinking that there could be a third party, and that's why you don't want to move forward. So they also are questioning if you've met someone else. This is something that's on their mind and that they're actually afraid to bring up to you at the moment. Okay, so this masculine honestly does not appreciate this energy right now. Okay, they're having a hard time being hopeful now. They're having a hard time being grateful now. They're having a hard time grasping this, okay, because they want so badly to move forward in this connection, in this relationship. So there's definitely frustration. There's definitely on their mind is like, I don't appreciate this. I'm thinking maybe they met someone else or there's another person involved here. Let's take a look at their emotions towards the feminine. Yeah, feminine, they think there's a third party here. Okay, they believe that you've fallen in love with someone else, maybe even. And that's why you only want to be friends with the masculine, right? And they're saying, I'll forgive you. If you're just honest with me, I'll forgive you if that is the case. But this masculine has fallen deeply in love with you, okay? And they felt like your relationship has moved far beyond a friendship. And that's something they wanted to celebrate with you every day. All right. And I think that they've expressed how they felt towards you. And that's another reason why they're feeling so hurt, because they did express it. Okay. So this masculine believes there's another masculine involved, that there is a third party that is holding this feminine back. They don't know who it is, but they think it's one of the feminine's friends. Okay. Let's get another card for their emotions. Okay, we got reinvention. So feminine, they believe that you have changed your mind, that maybe you're in a relationship or in love with someone else and that you've changed your mind about them. That's what they think. That's how they feel. Okay, and they do have a very deep love for you with the Three of Cups here. They feel a deep friendship, a deep connection. They're supportive over you, and they want you to know that if that did happen, they would be supportive of your decision. Okay, because this masculine is having a very hard time understanding why you have backed out of this connection again. All right, we got love bomb, will it last, getting what they want, hot and cold. So they feel like you're very hot and cold, you're very back and forth, and they're starting to feel like they might be the ones being played, that they might be the ones being used. Okay, that maybe there was a third party all along and you really wanted to be with them, and that's why you just kept them as a friend. Maybe they were a backup, a plan B. These are things that are going through this masculine's mind. Okay. So let's take a look at the intentions. What do they really want from their feminine? Now, again, sexes can be reversed. We got mirroring, okay? They want you to go within. They want you to feel the connection between you. Okay, they do. They want to know how you really feel. And honestly, they wish with all of their heart, with all of their being, that you felt the same way that they do about you. That you love them the way they do you, that you would support them no matter what, the way they do you, and the way that you've been giving so much feminine to people who have taken advantage of you in the past. This masculine is starting to wonder if you've been taking advantage of them. Okay, because they're so hurt and so heartbroken that you do not want to move forward with them. When they feel the connection, the love is there, the connection is there. Feminine, you do love them, and you've told them you love them. So right now, they're heartbroken. Okay, it feels cold, it feels cruel to them. That's how they feel. They want you to be on the same page. They want you to talk to them, to be transparent with mirroring here. Okay, let's get another card. All right, so we got boundaries here. So they're wondering if they should set some boundaries, okay? Because they're starting to feel like they are the ones that have been hurt in this relationship. And I'm just channeling their energy, how they feel. Okay, so they're feeling like, you know what? Maybe I should put some boundaries up. They also feel like, feminine, you might have an issue with putting boundaries up. You might have an issue with saying no to people, and this worries them. So they're very concerned about that. Okay, so let's take a look at the actions they want to take towards you, feminine. Are they going to do something about this? Let's take a look. By the way, I just have Cancerian energy all over this masculine. Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy. All right. So they want the truth, feminine. We got fantasy choices and lots of options. They believe there's someone else here. They believe that you are being deceptive. I mean, they're not sure about if there's someone else, but like they feel like, oh, there has to be. That's what they're thinking. There has to be, and I've just ignored it. Maybe, and you know, they're kind of on this thing where like, oh, I'm putting two and two together. Like, they didn't want to move forward with me because there's someone else they wanted, and maybe that person wasn't ready to move forward with them, but so they just kept me as an option just in case. But now that person is ready to move forward, so now they don't want me, and they're just throwing me to the side. Like, this is what they're questioning. All right. All right, so they don't want to say that. Maybe they'll never speak that. At some point they might, but they're really holding back. And yeah, they may not be speaking to this feminine for a while because they are extremely hurt. Let's take a look at the actions further. So they're confused. They're very confused. Okay, so they're like, I thought we were on the same page. I thought that we were soulmates. I thought that, you know, we were a tribe here. I thought you had my back. That's how they're feeling. And a lesson meant to make you stronger. So they are hoping that this is not a lesson for them. Okay? That's what they're hoping. All right? They're hoping that there is another explanation. Okay? But at this point, I do feel them shutting down a little bit. I do feel that honestly, they are questioning if there's a third party. Okay, so let's take a look at what Spirit wants to say about this masculine's energy. We got this, it flipped over at me and it came out right here. You guys see it? Healing, okay? This feminine needs healing, masculine. It's not about a third party. It's not about any of those things running through your mind. This is about healing. Okay? Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Okay? Light and illumination. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment, because guess what? It is. It is being healed. This happened so that you guys can bring it up, so you can talk about it, so you can heal through it. Okay, so it is like a blessing in disguise, because attention needed to be brought to how this feminine is feeling and the fears that she has. And this masculine really needed to be aware of that, okay, in order to make this feminine feel comfortable taking that next step. It's not just about, in relationships, it's not just about feeling comfortable to take that step, but also having the support to do so. All right, so let's take a look at the messages that the masculine has for the feminine and the messages the feminine has for the masculine. So I'm going to start with the messages from the feminine. And messages from the masculine to the feminine now. Okay, so the feminine wants to say to the masculine, listen, I just wasn't ready. I froze. It was very intense, and I just wasn't ready. I'm sorry. Please don't take what happened personally. It's really not you. It's me. There's no one else. But, you know, I just wasn't ready. Okay? And what the masculine wants to say to the feminine is, are you rejecting me? Are you rejecting our love? Is this what that means? And I'm so sorry I couldn't do right by you. I'm sorry that I can't make you comfortable. I'm sorry that you want to be with someone else, right? I'm sorry. So does this mean this is rejection? All right. So that's where it is right now. And that's the reading that I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the reading, leave me a like, share, subscribe, and a comment down below. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.